Hello everyone, it's Mark, aka Welsh Avenue. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. This is my first ever video blog, so we'll see how it turns out. Thank you for watching and sticking around. I'm going to be talking about a pretty important issue today, and that is mental health. A lot more people are talking about it these days than there used to be, and that's a good thing because it's a very pertinent issue, and it affects everybody, not just a lot of people. It affects everybody. So we all have minds, and so they're part of the body, and we have to take care of them. And so what I want to talk about are some ways that we can help take care of our minds to help so that we don't suffer as much in this crazy life. Obviously there's going to be some cases where you need to go see a therapist and go see a doctor and get on medication to help correct the chemical flow that's in your brain. But what I'm going to be talking about are just ways to take care of your soul and your spirit. That way, you, when the storm comes, you're a little bit more prepared. All right, and and just kind of dealing with those thoughts as they come, because that mental health, in my opinion, is just all about training your thoughts. And a lot of us face a lot of hard things, and a lot of us face a lot harder things. And so learning to deal with that is part of life, and cope with it. And we all have different mechanisms, and some are healthy and some aren't. And so I just want to talk about a few things that hopefully help some of you. So let's dig right in. The first thing I want to talk about is honest conversations and open conversations. And I'm coming out with an album in July, and the first song on it is called Open Book, and it's split into two parts. But what it's about is having an open conversation with somebody and just really getting to know their soul and those. And we're humans, and so we're meant for community, and those relationships are important. And one of those relationships could be with a therapist, and that's really awesome because there's kind of an automatic level of trust there, because they have their code. And so, but what's also important is to find somebody else in life, other people in life that you really trust and can open up with and say, this is what I'm dealing with. And they may not always have helpful advice, but there's somebody to listen to, and some of them will have helpful advice. And hopefully you can get some helpful advice from me today. And if you have nobody else to reach out to, hit me up on Instagram. Maybe I can help you out. I'll at least listen. And so these open conversations are very important. Be honest with people. And sometimes that is going to cost you some hurt, but there are some good people that you can talk to and connect with. And building these relationships and these bridges are very important to your mental health. Because like I said, we're built for community, and no one can survive alone, so it's very important. Another thing that I've found is very important is creative expression. I think as humans, we're meant to be creators. That's how ingenuity works. That's how we have beautiful music and art and inventions and things like that. And so I think it's very important, even as an individual, for me to all have some kind of creative outlet in some form or fashion. It doesn't have to be some kind of art. Even I want to say activity is also a good thing. Exercising your brain, exercising your mind. If you can't exercise your body, if you're immobile in some form or fashion, brain games are very important. It's kind of like border collies. They're one of the smartest dogs. They're out there, and so, but if they don't have a job to do, then they go crazy. They go insane. They go neurotic. They get very anxious. And so it's very important for your brain to have a job to do. It's very important to keep it active. No matter what that hobby is, keep it active, keep it going. Be it video games, whatever it is. I do like creative expression. That could just be a biased opinion as a musician myself, but there's something about creating that really puts you at ease. And another thing that can put you at ease is just getting out in nature, being out in creation, and finding and doing your meditation. Get out there, be alone, because it's very important to get some alone time and to do some self reflection. Like the third song in my upcoming album, it's called The Fervor, and it's about me self reflecting because I was all charisma and go go go. I want to be a successful musician. I want this. I want this. I want this. But I wasn't taking time to pause and reflect on myself and see how I was doing, charisma is great, but it's not the most important thing. Character's important. Your mental health is important, and so don't just move for the sake of motion. Have a strategy. Make some time for yourself. Meditate, pray, do whatever you need to do. I personally like to get out in nature and walk around. Might want to take some bug spray. Take some time to yourself. Relax. Take a deep breath. Think about your problems. Talk about them with other people. These things are important. And probably the last thing I want to talk about, which is a big help with, I would say, anxiousness and depression. It's really helped me a lot. Is just going out there and being there for other people. This could be another one of those activities that I was talking about before. Looking out for those that don't have as much as you, and being there for them. Be that cooking for the homeless, taking food around to people, just selfless acts of service, volunteering, community service, things like that. Doing things for other people, for your friends. When you're doing something selfless, it takes the focus off you, and so when you're kind of in that downward spiral, in that spiral of depression, taking the focus off you and focusing on other people is not only great, but it's a very effective way to break out of that spiral. And speaking of a spiral of depression, that I do want to talk about kind of guarding your thoughts, and a lot of the battle is once you start down that rabbit trail, you keep digging on yourself and talking bad about yourself in your mind. We all do it, and we all do the comparison. We compare ourselves to other people, especially these days with social media and everything. And so it's very important to learn. This is a very important tool to stop those thoughts in their tracks, and focus on something else. Find a distraction. Find that creative outlet. You got to stopping those very depressive, those dark thoughts. They could be thoughts of resentment of somebody else. The battle of thoughts. it's pretty intense, but it's a tool it's very necessary, and it's very important to your mental health. Anyways, that's all I've got to say on this subject for right now. I hope you guys enjoy. I do have a new album coming out called New Ways on July 12th, and it has a lot to do with mental health and just kind of getting by in life, navigating the waves and patterns, the ups and downs. So give it a listen, and I hope you guys all have a great day and a great week. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.